pattern. That after we get a great one, we get one that's fine. And unfortunately, that trend continues with today's. Welcome to my review of Treehouse Horror 25. You guys already know how this works, so we're just going to jump right into it. So, it opens with King and Kodos hosting some kind of TV special, and they talk about all these guests that are going to appear, and it has little segments from previous Treehouse of Horrors. But then it turns out that all the celebrities that they listed are all chopped up into pieces to spell the title of the episode. That's a really dark, grisly way to do your opening sequence, and I do think it is really cool. Definitely a highlight. Then we get to the 3 segments. First up, School is Hell. Bart and Lisa are transported to a demon-filled alternative universe where went after Bart reads a set of Aramic symbols he finds on a desk. And then he turns out to be really good in hell, and then he graduates by beating the absolute hell out of Homer. This segment's fine. It works well as a good starter because Bart would the type of character that Bart is, of course he'd do well in a demon school where you literally do like vicious murder, splitting, and just being an all-around psycho. So, of course, it would work well with Bart here. I love the little sets of brutality that we get in here, like the one guy who gets shoved into an Iron Maiden, one sec, there's a bug on my desk. Sorry about that. Where this one kid gets shoved into a locker that locks as an Iron Maiden, and you see the blood pour out. That's really cool. I love the brutality at the very end where it shows how horribly beaten Homer was, so Bart could graduate from hell school to the point where he was decapitated. I love that. I love that nice bit of brutality. But I felt like it kind of lacked in the joke department. It wasn't very funny, and it wasn't really suspenseful. It was a very straightforward, just fine enough little starting segment. Then we get to A Clockwork Yellow, which is obviously a spoof of Clockwork Orange, where Moe's Clockwork Orange style gang is disrupted when Dumb, played by Homer, falls for the girl Marge who wants him to give up the thug life. And then after he does, everyone goes their separate ways, and they start doing a domesticated life. But then after Moe gets a visit from another generation of the people that are trying to be the people that they used to be, Moe gets all the gang back together for one last fight. And then they all get the overwhelmed crap beaten out of them. But you know what? We're still happy. I really like the everyone put on an accent in this episode. Like, everyone. Marge had an accent, even Homer had an accent. So it works in this episode, and it's really, really cool. I really enjoyed this segment. It's definitely better for those that are fans of A Clockwork Orange, but even if you're not, it's still a good segment. A nice little middle piece. And then we have The Others, where the Simpsons family are haunted by a family of ghosts, which turn out to be the original Tracy Ullman Simpsons, who were murdered and buried under the house, as we saw in the opening of Treehouse Horror 24. This one's probably a treat for the diehard Simpsons fans who get to see that original iteration of these characters brought back. I think they even brought back Homer's original voice actor from those shorts, because it's obviously not Dan Castellaneta. Either that or he's doing a really good impression of the original Homer. But I don't know, this segment kind of fell flat, because it did feel like it was relying a little too much on fan service, and while there is a little bit of grisliness with the whole family ending up dead, along with this Tracy Ullman Simpsons family, it just didn't really have an impact. It just felt like a segment that you just stick on at the end of an episode. That's literally what it felt like. Just, we have extra time, let's throw in this filler segment that doesn't need to be here. And as much as I really like A Clockwork Yellow, unfortunately the rest of this one is very unremarkable. So unfortunately, it ends up overwhelming even that small positive. So my final verdict for this is a dead average 5 out of 10 yet again. It is dead average, it's not really worth rewatching, and it is a huge fall compared to the amazing quality we got in 24. But if this pattern I'm seeing continues, we should get a really good or super good one with Treehouse of Horror 26. And we're only getting closer and closer and closer to the end of this marathon. So, we'll see if 26 is any better or if it turns out to be one of the worst. We shall see. But until then, thanks for watching. I'm Jack Small of Animation Station. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.